What's going on, fellow A-plussers? Your boy Adam Perez is back once again with a brand new Power Ranger video. As believe it or not, we're about to dive into some Cosmic Fury official trailer that went ahead and got released today. Now, look, I don't know if Netflix meant for this to be released today. I don't know if this was like an international trailer that wind up getting leaked. I did find it surprising that I woke up to the notification of a Power Rangers trailer drop, but I believe this trailer dropped at like 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. And who does that in regards to Hasbro? Like, who drops a trailer that early in the morning? So it does make me wonder, was this even meant for us? Was this meant for international audiences where maybe that time period probably worked a little bit better for them and we just happened to get it? So maybe Netflix is just like, fuck it. They've seen it already. Let's just make it official at this point. If you haven't had the opportunity to check out the Power Ranger Cosmic Fury trailer, please go ahead and do so. I do believe that it is currently up on the Netflix page for Cosmic Fury, so you can go ahead and get your firsthand look at it. But I was definitely surprised. I mean, look, we had an Entertainment Weekly article several weeks ago talking about the return of David Yost. Last week, we literally did another Cosmic Fury video highlighting the Netflix fall preview that showed us brand new Cosmic Fury footage. And they also released like images, official images for Cosmic Fury. We had a blast last week talking about it. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out the video, it is currently up on our YouTube channel. So I honestly thought that that was going to be it for marketing and promotion for this particular show, until we at least got a little bit closer to its release of September 29th, maybe like a week or two out. But the fact that they're starting off the first of the month, ending my week right with a Power Ranger trailer. Yes, please. And thank you, Hasbro, for certainly dropping this when you definitely did. And I'm hoping that we continue to see more content before this winds up dropping September 29th. I don't know if we have a Hasbro PulseCon convention coming up before the premiere of Cosmic Fury. If we do, let me know in the comment section box below or the live chat, because maybe there's a chance that we certainly get even more promotion heading up to Cosmic Fury. But I'm super thankful for this, Ben. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about this trailer. Because look, if the point of a trailer is to be a hype machine, right? A vehicle to get me hyped for the upcoming season, for me at least, this trailer certainly did the job. I do think it did a couple of interesting things. One, I was not expecting to see the morphing sequence at the beginning of this. I am curious as to whether or not this is the full morphing sequence, but regardless, that Bert selling music just goes extremely well with this morphing sequence all the time. Like, if I literally could have Bert selling do like all my composing work, any themes for A Plus Hero Report, I would absolutely love it, because it just gives me chills and vibes every time I certainly listen to it. So the fact that Bert Selling's got himself a brand new theme that goes along with this morphing sequence, I'm a big fan of it. And I really do appreciate some of the differences that we've seen in the morphing sequence specifically. There is something cool about their morpher now being able to like portray or showcase, like shoot out an image of their actual dinosaur and things like that. Project their dinosaur out. I really dig the backflip sort of into the power up, into their dinosaurs as they get engulfed with their power up. The cool superhero landing definitely works for me. And look, I'm actually a big fan of the throwdown of the visor and the helmet. I think it's a really cool look. Maybe some of the CGI of the helmet is a little wobbly, right? Like, you probably tell it's maybe not as clean as it possibly can be, but I think it's a pretty sweet ass maneuver. Like, I think it's pretty sweet in general. So I'm glad that they certainly went ahead and certainly made some changes to the morphing sequence. And I think once we get the opportunity to see it in show, I think it'll probably hit even that much more. But I was a really big fan of it. And I think if you look closely in that morphing sequence too, at the very beginning, you see somebody standing there in blue. My first mentality was Ollie, but I'm definitely sure that that's probably Billy right now. So I am kind of curious if Billy is the one that helps him not only find the cosmic orbs, but maybe he creates the morpher itself. Who certainly knows? But David Yost as Billy, I think, is definitely in that scene. I do love the fact too that this trailer does address several things. Where's Zayto? And what about that Dark Ranger rumor that we heard from the Illuminati a couple months ago? They certainly showcase both of us in here as we get the opportunity to see the return of the Champagne Poppy Ranger himself, Zayto. Looking like he's got a little bit of a power up here. Definitely has upgraded since the last time that we've seen him. I love the shot of him in here utilizing the big morphing master staff. The question I would have is, Zayto, is that your staff? Or are you borrowing it from a morphing master? I think for me, it just highlights and showcases the different level that Zayto is certainly now at compared to certainly the rest of the team. Not to say that he's too good for the team or anything like that, but I think Zayto certainly has his own mission, his own arc in here, probably running parallel with the Rangers, helping the Rangers out in some way. And so I think they have purposefully kept him out of the spotlight as much as they possibly could without giving a lot of his storyline details away. So I'm very much looking forward to it. It was a cool little quick morph, get an opportunity to see Russell Curry as Zayto transform into his new Ranger form in here. And so I'm looking for him to certainly make a pretty significant impact in this season, despite maybe not seeing too much of him. But look, they definitely heard some of the complaints after everything that we had been seeing. It had been a while since we've had the opportunity to see Zayto, so I'm glad that they wind up finally giving him to us on screen. And the return of Heckle is definitely here. I think a lot of us since Super Dino Charge, we were really anticipating him to finally turn into sort of that Dark Ranger Talon, if you will, and it just never came to realization, and it certainly has bummed a lot of us for years. But leave it up to Simon Bennett and the crew to get creative and to kind of make up for some of this season's past mistakes, if you will, and finally bringing us Heckle as the Dark Rangers. We get to see him in several sequences in here, battling some of the putties, the Lord Zed putties by himself. There's even a cool quick shot where he's running with some of the Rangers into battle right beside David Yost's Billy. So I think that was a pretty cool shot in here as well. So really cool that he's actually a part of this team and going to be helping alongside with the Rangers. And again, confirming a rumor that a lot of us were certainly hoping would definitely be true. So I thought there was some really great introductions in here and reveals. And if you ask me, I think there's a lot of action in this trailer, whether it be Zord battles and whatnot, but there's a lot of big sort of epic brawling battle sequences. There's a cool shot in here of like a city that's being destroyed or under attack. You got a big old Zord and some spaceships kind of flying around and things like that. So it does show you like the epicness and the stakes that are certainly involved in here, and some really cool just camera work in general as you get to see the group of Rangers facing off against their villains in what looks to be like this hilly and rocky area. It's just a cool shot of the camera coming in overhead, getting the opportunity to see like the Morphing Masters sort of flying over. It's just a big all-out brawl that just feels very epic, if you will. So I think they're going to do some really big and badass things in here, especially considering the fact that we got ourselves an all original storyline, not utilizing really any Super Sentai footage in regards to the Rangers themselves. So I'm really expecting, especially with this being a 30th anniversary, for the second unit, the action directors to come up with some great wire works and some great choreography when it comes to their battles for Cosmic Fury. So there is a part of me that would like to see maybe one more trailer that dives into the main story a little bit in here. But if anything, even if this does end up being our last trailer, trust me, I'm already sold on Cosmic Fury. I'm definitely ready to go ahead and certainly give it another shot. And with 10 episodes, though, it's like, how much can you actually sort of reveal, right? Simon Bennett has mentioned, because of the fact that it's 10 episodes, no filler, getting straight to the point and just telling the key story that certainly needs to be told here. And I'm a big fan of that, especially when we've done such a great job the first 2 seasons really establishing these characters. And I'm sure we'll probably get a couple wrinkles here, some changes here for some of the characters, but I think the momentum of this is going to surprise certainly a lot of people. So again, September 29th certainly can't come sooner. I think if we do see Ollie, if there's anybody that I wanted to talk about, it's really Amelia in here. She clearly has established herself as a leader in here. The one time, there's one particular scene in here I was a really big fan of, and that was seeing her slash down some of the putties, and it looks like even that power blast that she utilizes from her slash winds up hitting Ollie. Now, I'm kind of curious, like, is this sort of a I'm here to save Ollie. Like, is that Ollie like standing in some sort of stasis? Is he like captured and this is Amelia coming to try and save him? Or is this the point where Ollie has already turned bad? Is he already sort of brainwashed? And this is Amelia certainly trying to escape from the situation that she finds herself in. Regardless, I think the fact that Amelia is now the Red Ranger in a very pivotal role. I kind of am really fascinated to see what her relationship and storyline is going to be with Ollie. Is she going to be the girlfriend that's like trying to get her man back, right? Or has Ollie really turned on his own? Is he being brainwashed? I do think that there's a really cool story there of boyfriend and girlfriend trying to certainly get each other back in some way or another. I'm really fascinated to see what Amelia's arc is definitely going to be. And I think Hunter Deno is definitely going to go ahead and bring it for sure, because I think she understands the importance of this role and really what it means to Power Rangers and just the idea of the Red Ranger in general. So really great stuff from what I've been able to see from this brief trailer. It's only about a minute or so, but it's definitely a hype machine. But look, it may not work for everybody. It definitely worked for me. But listen, at the end of the day, these are just simply my A+ opinions. I want to know yours. What did you guys think about this brand new Cosmic Fury official trailer? Pros, cons, what did you like? What did you didn't? What are you most hyped for? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section box below, guys, and we'll definitely continue this conversation as the weeks go until the premiere of Cosmic Fury. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, do me a big favor, as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and keep it A+. May the power protect you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.